Hi guys, Daphne here, and even though this is kind of late as it is October 7th, I am still going to be sharing with you what I read in October. Even though, wait, no, I said it was October 7th. It's November 7th. Oh my god, where's time going? Oh my goodness. Okay, October wrap-up. So first I read 1984 by George Orwell, and I absolutely did not like this book. It was just... the writing style just annoyed me so much because it was very dry and very straightforward, and I usually read books because of the characters, and this book is so utterly plot-driven that I just couldn't handle it because I couldn't get into the characters' heads or getting into the story because the characters were just so dry. And it was just Winston, and there wasn't really any other characters. I mean, there's Julia, but... Julia, really? So... I didn't like that one, and I did read it for school, so that might also be a reason why I didn't like it. Second, I read The Paper Magician by Charlie N. Holmberg. If you see me looking down, it's because I have my Goodreads profile pulled up on my laptop. My laptop's name is Magnus, after Magnus Bane, because Magnus Bane is awesome, and so is my laptop, so yeah. Also, if you hear any noises that sound like a hairdryer, also my computer, because it's old and it makes noises like a hairdryer frequently on a daily basis. Also, it's piled on a bunch of books, so it looks like it's gonna fall over, and if it falls over, I'm gonna have to refilm stuff. So let's hope that doesn't happen. The Paper Magician was kinda I liked it at the beginning. I really liked the idea of just random sort of everyday objects being a cause for magic. So, for example, the main character in The Paper Magician is a paper magician, meaning that she works with paper, so like origami, to make things become alive, which was really cool because she talks about all these folds, like instead of spells, folds that make things become animate objects. So that part was very interesting, and I really liked that concept. However, it just increased, the book became increasingly more and more centered around the romance and less around the magic, which kind of annoyed me. So, it's like a 3 stars kind of book. Next is Carry On. Look at this beautiful book. Look at it. By Rainbow Rowell, and I love this book so much. Like, I'm pretty sure Simon and Baz may or may not be one of my new OTPs. I have like 4. There's no one true anything. There's like 4 true somethings. This is the companion novel sequel-y thing to Fangirl. Right here. Fangirl. By Rainbow Rowell, and it is centered around Simon and Baz at their last year at Watford. Simon and Baz are fictitious characters in Fangirl, and the main character in Fangirl writes fan fiction about them. I loved this book so much. Next, I reread, not read for the first time, reread Anna and the French Kiss. Don't turn off, Okay, we're all good. I reread Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. This may or may not be my favorite, like, straight up just romance novel of all time because it's just so adorable, and Anna is an awesome main character. After that, I read Layer of Dreams by Libba Bray. This is the second book in the Diviners series. It took me a while to get through. It was a pretty big book, but I thought the first one was creepier. I don't know. I liked it. I rated it like 4 stars, so a little bit more than And after that, I read Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. Again with the dystopian adult books with creepily accurate foreseeing of the future. This book and 1984 were part of like the same unit at school, and again, I didn't like it, even though this one's more character-driven. Next, I read The Cage by Megan Shepherd. This book was interesting. I'm not going to read the next one because I really didn't like the romance in this one because it just seems so unlikely to have happened. It seems so forced. And the characters, I didn't like any of them. But it's about these teenagers who they wake up in this desert and they find out that they're in an exhibit on an alien world that says that they're trying to save the human species, but they have telekinesis and stuff, and so they think they're better than the humans, and they have just really big generalizations about the human race that are completely inaccurate. But then the main character falls in love with somebody who, that was so unlikely to have happened. And last for this month, I read Paper Hearts by Meg Wiviet, and I loved this book so much because the writing is gorgeous. It's written in verse, so verse, and I marked parts of this book. I don't know if you can see, there's a little, there we go. I marked parts of this book because sections of it were just so beautiful that I had to. And that's the first time this has happened to me in a book, and I will write them down before I return this to the library. But this book is just, every inch of it is gorgeous. This book is about girls during the Holocaust and their experience in Auschwitz. So the girls, one of them, it's their birthday, and so they make her a heart. And it's really hard to get supplies in Auschwitz because it's Auschwitz, and so they make her a heart and write her birthday messages on it. And there's like this underlying metaphor of the girls' hearts being made of paper. And those lines were just absolutely amazing. So read this book. I'm hoping to also get my library haul for this month up today because I got like over 20 books from the library, and the guy at the checkout desk asked me how long it was going to take me, and so I explained to him my entire system of like getting books from the library and reading them. So that was an interesting experience. So, and a lot of really good new books. So I'll get back to you on that. Bye!